Hello and welcome, my love, to your Sensual Radiance Activation practice. Yes, I am so happy that you made it here, and I am so grateful that you have the courage to say yes to your sensual radiance and yes to your sexual empowerment in this way. So in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what is sensual radiance, how do we cultivate it, and why is it important in our lives. Then I'm going to be walking you through what you'll be doing in the practice and sharing my tips on how to make the most out of it. So what is sensual radiance? To me, sensual radiance is a few different qualities. It's one, the quality of being in touch with the power of your body. Inside of our bodies, we have been naturally wired for pleasure, to experience power, and to experience even states of ecstasy naturally from feeling and being in touch with our orgasm, with our pleasure, with the goodness that lives inside of us. The second piece of sensual radiance is total self-love. So I've seen over and over again that love is the greatest transformer. When you are full of love for yourself, you naturally radiate out in the world. You walk in the world with confidence. You walk out into the world with bravery. You're more able to take risks, and you enjoy and just have a lot more fun in general. So how do you actually cultivate sensual radiance? To me, there are really two parts. The first is cultivating self-love, which is a skill that you can practice, which you'll be doing in this practice. And the second is marrying that feeling of love, the emotions of love, the thoughts of love with your actual internal body so that it is so deep inside of you, it can't help but to radiate from the inside out. Now, perhaps you've seen or know people in your life that you feel are sensually radiant. They're those people that when they walk into the room, everybody elevates. They're the people that are inspiring. They're the people that you can tell are so full of their love and their aliveness that it's pouring out into the world. And why is it so important for us to embody our sensual radiance? Because when you are filling yourself up with all of these qualities, you are showing up to the world, giving the world your greatest gifts. So in work, you are showing up confident, you are showing up energized, you are showing up from a place where you believe in your worth and your work, and so you're not chasing for approval, or you're not getting overly stressed out or looped into this anxiety because you have built this core, this center, this medicine of sensual radiance inside of you. In your relationships, your sensual radiance helps to elevate the relationship. When you show up from that place of wholeness, whether you are dating, whether you are in a long-term partnership, that radiance is going to activate the radiance of the people that are around you and also create that magnetism, that desire. So if you're looking for, the right partner, filling yourself up with the sensual radiance is going to make you so magnetic, so attractive. And if you've been in a long-term relationship and you feel like you want to keep the spark going, embodying your own sensual radiance is going to light that spark back up. Now, if you're hearing all of this and you're saying, Anne, I feel like I've been so disconnected from my sensual radiance, I don't even know if I have that inside of me, I want to let you know that your sensual radiance is your birthright. You were born with it. It is an innate part of you, and it can never be taken away from you. There may be layers of oppression. There may be layers of bad experiences. There may be layers of shame or insecurity that we have absorbed from our dominant cultures, but it is never broken, and it is something that you can practice. It is a skill that you can use to reawaken, to retouch in with that part of you and let it shine out into the world. So I'm going to teach you how to do just that in this practice. So the first thing that you're going to do is start by laying down and taking a couple of deep breaths just to center yourself into your body. The next thing you're going to do is rub your hands together, and then you're actually going to blow kisses to your hands and infuse them with love. And then you're going to start to use a breath and touch on your body in order to awaken that sensual radiance inside of you. Now, this is so powerful because when you choose to connect to the power and the feeling of love, even if you are just imagining it, and then you bring that into your body, you bring that into the way that you touch yourself, you are rewiring the neural pathways in your body that connect being inside of your body, pleasure, sensuality with goodness, with love, and with safety, and also so powerful in terms of creating body love as well. After that, you are going to focus on one of my favorite holistic sex tools, which is breath. Now, breath is super, super powerful because it helps to drop you in out of your thinking mind, the part of your mind that judges you or holds a lot of your insecurities or perhaps blocks you from feeling pleasure or makes you think about the chores while you're having sex. Breath is actually going to help take down that part of you and bring you deeper into your body and into your sensation. And your body and your sensation are the realm of where pleasure and sensuality live. So you're gonna focus on a long and deep, connected and sensual breath. So it'll look a bit like and so you want it to be deep, you want it to be long, and you want it to be slow and sensual, and you will be connecting to this breath throughout the practice. And then as you keep up that breathing, I am going to be guiding you to feel where you are building pleasure in your body, remembering that pleasure can take many different flavors. So in this practice, you don't have to self-pleasure. You don't even necessarily have to even touch your genitals. You can just focus on bringing sensation, on bringing pleasurable touch into your body, remembering that pleasure comes in many different forms. It can be hot, it can be sexy, it can also just be like so soothing and gentle. Let yourself drop in. Do this practice multiple times and experiment with the different flavors of pleasure that you can bring into your body. So as you bring that pleasure into your body, I'm then going to guide you to feel your own inner radiance, to breathe it through your body, to let it fill up your whole body and almost feel like you're filling up the whole room. And what you're doing here is actually amplifying that love. You are amplifying the amount of goodness that you feel in your body, and you're expanding it and you're growing it so that you have a higher tolerance of how much pleasure, how much goodness, and how much of your own radiance you can feel inside. So a couple of troubleshooting tips. If you feel a little bit disconnected or numb or resistant, or if any grief or numbness come up, I want you to know that's so normal. Oftentimes, our natural sensual radiance is being covered by layers of pain that we have not let ourselves feel. So when we're first going back into our bodies and first going back into our sensuality, it can be normal for these things to arise. So as you do this practice, keep that focus on embodying your own best lover, and if those experiences come, hold them with love, breathe into them, let yourself touch them and almost make love to those parts of you. These parts of us that feel the most difficult are actually the parts of us that need the most love, and that is a true embodiment of self-love, in my opinion, to be able to love not just the radiant, not just the sparkly parts of you, but also the parts of you that are difficult. If you ever need to pause, you can do that. You can slow down and just know that this is a practice you can do over and over and build over time. Now, a couple of ways to make this practice extra juicy. I would definitely set it up in a sensual experience. So you can light candles, you can bring different textures, you can bring different smells. You can do this practice in a bath. You can do it when you wake up in the morning to give yourself that boost of energy before you face your day, and also adding music. So I'll have playlists here that you can do this to and really make it your own, experiment with it, see what happens, and feel free to write to me and tell me how this goes for you. I am so rooting you on. I'm so excited for you to do this practice, and I hope that you enjoy it. Mwah.